You hear that noise? That's what I've been listening to every night for 6 days. Just take that in. Could you imagine what your mind can hear and what your mind can conjure up that's out there? It sucks. It happened again. I sat here for 15 minutes and talked spontaneously, impulsively. You know, I don't want to sound arrogant, but beautifully. And it was a great story. And now I'm going to have to tell it in the morning because it doesn't have the bang or the zest that it does right now. But we'll just remind ourselves by saying, walking into the dark, barefoot, gun in hand, and walking into the dark being a metaphor of life. Because tonight some crazy shit happened. And I walked into the dark, and it was okay. So, I love you. I miss you. That fucking sucks. Yeah, I can't say it all over again. It's not possible. But, yeah, some dudes were up the creek from me 100 yards or so, just smoking a bowl, shining a flashlight, and scared the fucking holy hell out of me. And I grabbed old fucking Henrietta and walked out the door with the flashlight, walked straight into the fucking dark, and didn't make a noise. I saw the light first, so I knew I had to jump, and I clearly stood there with my gun in my hand and flashed my light 3 times, and they noticed me, and they said, "Oh, fuck, man, sorry," and I just said, "Hey, man, sorry, you scared the shit out of me," and they're like, "Hey, sorry, dude, we're just smoking a bowl." So, no big deal. I mean, that's basically what I'm up here doing, too, so, but trying to sleep in this, dealing with this every night, having this be the norm, having to make peace with fear at every moment. When something like that happens, or when, you know, the other noises that have happened, or, you know, the other... You know, the other times I've been scared and had to face it head first. This was just another one of those things. And that's what I'm learning more and more. And as each day passes, it does get a little bit easier because, you know, I've dealt with the mice, I've dealt with the sticks crackling, and I've dealt with the elk crossing the creek. I've dealt with, you know, people coming into camp. A guy drove in on an ATV a couple of weeks ago, or 3, 4, 5 days ago, and, you know, just came out to where he saw me. I waved, acknowledged him, he acknowledged me, and took off the other way. You know, and I had to contend with, ooh, is he going to come back? Now that he knows I'm here, is he going to bring his buddies, and are they going to hunt me? You know, whatever the case may be. And I guess the bottom line is that no matter what, every second of the day, one way or another, not to sound like an extremist, but one way or another, I'm fighting for my life out here. And I'm having to make peace with the things that go bump in the night. And I'm having to make peace with myself. And I'm having to face me and my fears. And tonight, waking up randomly and realizing that I saw a light on the tent, subconsciously, my subconscious took care of me and told me to open my eyes. And I saw it, and it froze me in fear for about 30 seconds. I grabbed the gun, I unholstered it, and I laid here, and I thought to myself, you know what? I got to face this. I got to deal with this. If this is something coming to get me, I've got to at least lay eyes on it. If this is somebody just partying and having a good time, I've at least got to let them know that I'm here, because for all I know, they're drunk and shooting and whatever, or, you know, going to stumble on my camp. I'd rather announce myself. So, you know, you get up, you wear your shorts, you know, I mean, I had no shoes on, no nothing. I walked straight out the door of the tent. I saw the light. I walked out into the middle of the clearing, and right on the creek, looked upriver, saw a cigarette and a thing, flicked my light a couple of times, got their attention, clearly standing there in my shorts with a gun in my hand, and they says, fucking, oh man, sorry. And I'm like, oh dude, no worries, man. You scared the shit out of me though. They're like, oh, we're just smoking a bowl. So, walking into it, I think, is the punchline. I'm so scared of the dark. I'm such a freak when it comes to being afraid. I'm afraid to fly. I'm afraid to, be alone in the woods. I'm afraid to, I'm afraid at night that somebody's breaking into my house. I've always been afraid of dying. And now, I guess I spent the last 15 years dying. Slowly dying. I was so afraid of dying, or so afraid of everything out there, that I never lived. And if I have to come out here and almost die in order to maybe live, I think that's going to prove a lot to me. So the battery's dying. I'm going to shut her down, and it's 1:10 in the morning, and hopefully I'm going to get some sleep, and the rain's going to stop, and we're going to wake up tomorrow to sunshine and 13.5 volts in my battery from solar. And then I can have some lights. So life is good. Love you, miss you, bye.